What's up, people?
What's going on?
How you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Great. I'm doing fine. So, we're going to dig into a lot of stuff, a lot of different topics. Of course, if you didn't know, I'm P. Paris. This is
Kita.
the lovely Kita. And together we are FAME, which stands for Fashion, Art, Music, and Education.
Mm-hmm.
So, talk to me about FAME. How's it been for you? What made you want to do this?
I feel like we have a lot to say. I feel like a lot of people think that we're two very quiet people, and really we're not. We talk a lot.
Yeah. Actually, I posted something on Instagram about that. It's like people are talkative around the right people.
That's true.
And the right conversations. Sometimes some people just want to speak just because they can. For me, if the conversation isn't something substantial, why am I wasting my time and effort and breath and words to talk for? I want to learn something. I want to talk about something meaningful, something that makes sense, something I can learn from, something I can share. But that's just me.
I think for me, it's I'm not quiet. I talk a lot, and a lot of people think I'm so quiet, but that's really not the case. If I meet you for the first time, I may not be talkative with you because I try to catch your vibe. I try to catch who you are, and I try to get the energy from you. If you got a positive vibe, you have a positive energy, then I'm going to start talking. I'll talk a lot, but if I'm not feeling your vibe, I'm not catching a good energy from you. You're not gonna hear much from me. So I'm very much of a vibe person, and I think that
Vibe catcher.
Yeah, I think a lot of people misinterpret my quietness for rudeness. So they think because I'm quiet, they think I'm rude, or they think I don't like them, or something along those lines. But that's not the case at all. I mean, I love everybody. My heart beats for everyone. But like I said, if your vibe's off, then you're not going to get much from me.
Yes. Mixed with my serious face, I don't smile a lot. Some people think I'm always upset. Like, what's wrong with that guy? Nothing's wrong with me. I just don't have a smiley face. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't ask people why they smile a lot. Why are you asking me why I don't smile a lot?
But it's funny because people think that you should walk around just smiling, you know?
Yeah, I'm not a joker.
That's not how it works. If you do that, then people are going to be like, why is that guy smiling like that all the time?
What's wrong with him?
It's funny. You can't win.
You can't. You happy? Oh, well, you so happy, man. You're sad? Oh, you should talk about your feelings, which is very important.
Mm-hmm.
But in life, you got to go through all the different emotions. And sometimes you're going to be up here, sometimes you're going to be down here. It is what it is, unfortunately. It's how you deal with it that matters, right?
Very true. Very, very true.
Yeah, I feel like people are always being forced to speak. Oh, you're always quiet. I have no problem being the most quiet person in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to be center of attention, which was weird for me to even want to do this.
Right? Yeah.
If I was, say I took 100 pictures, not 10 of them would be of me. Like, just...
I don't know about that. I think that's...
No. Yeah, but that's the thing. Compared to the amount of pictures of my phone, as like screenshot and memes and stuff like that, it's totally different. Like, or if I would take them, I would almost never post them. Because for me, I just don't like to always be seen. So,
true.
I don't want to be in the front page. I don't want to be popular. I'll have no problem being the guy in the room, just in the corner, in the back, the side, quiet. I don't like to be the center of attention. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also very shy too. I'm a shy person, so that's another reason why I don't talk right away. And I will not be the first person to start a conversation, that's for sure. I won't be the first person to say hi. That's not going to happen because I'm shy. I'm very shy. So, which is another reason why I'm like, how am I doing this? Because I don't like to talk sometimes, so I get shy. So this is outside of my comfort zone a little bit. It's a little bit outside of my comfort zone. So one thing I think about some people who are quiet is that they might have something going on mentally. So I think that a lot of people shouldn't judge someone who's quiet, or they shouldn't say things like, oh, that person's quiet, or they're antisocial, they want to talk to nobody. Because everything might not be the case. It might just be that, they're dealing with, certain mental things. And as you know, a lot of people deal with mental issues that nobody knows about. So I don't think that anyone should judge somebody who chooses to be quiet.
Antisocial. Well, that's a word I dislike very much.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because I get it a lot. Like, I'm not antisocial. I just don't like being social all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. As I said, not only being quiet, but there's times where I don't want to be around anyone. Like, I just want to be alone. And some people say, oh, you should talk to someone. Nothing is wrong with me. I just like being alone. I think being alone with yourself helps you clear your mind, helps you to think. Lets you know who you are. And it's peaceful. I don't like people talking all the time. I don't want to hear music all the time. As much as I love music, I don't want to hear music all the time. I don't want to watch TV all the time. I don't want to see people all the time. There's times where you just need that space for yourself. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I mean, even though we live together, there's times where I just want to be alone. Mm-hmm. And I love the fact that I found a partner that actually lets me have my alone time, respect my space, and I do the same because I think it's very important for you. Some people can't do without being around someone. They have to be in the mix. And I just never, maybe it's because when I was younger, I grew up alone, even though I had like cousins and stuff and brothers. But it's just my personality. I just can't be in the crowd all the time. Mm-hmm. I just like to be, I don't have no problem with being removed. Just doing my thing, my little hobbies, just spend time with me. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Not most. Not ever.
I think you touched on that important point is that when you're in a relationship or if you're living with somebody, you don't have to be in their space 24/7. I mean, it's not necessary. They're not going anywhere. You know what I mean? So there's no need to be up in somebody's space all day. You know what I mean? Let them have their time. You have your time, and I think that's so important because,
yes,
like you said, everyone needs their space. Everyone needs their me time.
Definitely. And
his me time could be playing FIFA. My me time could be me do my nails or give myself a pedicure or something. That's my me time. So. Yes. At the end of the day, I mean, it's not like it has to be all day. And if it is all day, so what? Again, you guys live together. So it doesn't really matter if he says, I want to do my own thing today. I want to go for a walk by myself or, I want to go build something and on him to see if he's okay. I will say hi and then go back.
Yeah. You know, like when you have like one of those like nosy neighbor, they just like coming by. Hi, I thought you heard some knocking. I wonder if you were hammering some wood. Yeah.
Hey, that's just me. I just like to check in and make sure he's okay. Because for all I know, he could be downstairs and something could be wrong and I wouldn't know nothing. I could be upstairs. So I like to check in and make sure he's okay. And then he's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm all right. I go back to do what I'm doing.
Yes, that's true. Well, wait, actually, now we're talking about that. Privacy. Mm-hmm. Very important. I think it's very important that you do give your partner their space. Mm-hmm. Some people don't believe in that. I remember one time one of my friends was like, oh, what's the password to her phone? I'm like, I don't know. It's like, you don't know? Why would I know that? She doesn't know mine. Or at least I don't think so.
I have no clue.
But it's like, for me, it's very simple. And I've said this from day one. If I can't trust you, we got a problem. You can't trust me, we got a problem. So there's no point in even trying. Let's just not continue. It's just not going to work. So if I have to know the password to your phone, I mean, what does that mean? That means I literally don't trust you. Mm-hmm. There's no other ultimatum, no other way of saying that. Mm-hmm. So when people say, oh no, it's just because, oh well, if you have nothing to hide, you should know the person's password. No. I have nothing to hide. Doesn't mean I shouldn't have my own privacy still. I mean, you should still keep a little bit of you. There's no reason for you to share every single thing with the other person. I don't believe that you should share every single thing. There are still some of you that you need to keep to yourself. Mm-hmm. Share things that are important. Share things that affects the other person. Someone having your password does not affect you. I mean, when has it ever been an emergency where someone needed to get into your phone?
Sure.
If there's no other reason, it's just basically you just want to say, oh, let me see how many girls is following. Oh, who's in your DMs? Well, clearly, you got trust issues.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need to have the person's password, then you don't trust each other. So why are you even together? Why are you even bother? And some people may say, oh, it was easy for you to say. Well, no. That's how I've always been since day one. And I always make that clear to every person I meet. It's as simple as that, because I don't want to spend my time looking over my shoulder, peeking in the bushes. And what am I doing that for? I'm not a child.
I don't really think it's necessary to have the password to anybody's phone. That's your, like you said, that's your personal space. I mean, you might have things in there for yourself. Maybe you write things to yourself. Some people use their phones as diaries, something to put down their mental thoughts that you don't want no one to see, including your significant other. You don't want them to see that because that's significant to yourself. So
maybe that's where I got my account number to my Bitcoin, my money. You break up, you don't want to have your password going, taking out your money or your accounts. It happens. Okay? You just never know.
Wow, so you said in case you break up, so what are you trying to say?
No, what I'm trying to say is nothing is promised.
You're right.
You never know.
You're right.
You just don't. Stuff happen, situations happen, people change. Again, you have to still protect yourself. It doesn't matter what. Because sometimes, you go all in, you let people know every single thing, and then something happens. Sometimes it's controlled, sometimes it's not. Mm-hmm. And then you just get totally broken. And then now, you say, well, it's not going to happen to me again. So now the next person comes along, it's serious issues. Mm-hmm. You may never even trust anyone again, ever. But how do you avoid it? Trust, expect the worst. Mm-hmm. Be honest. The person's honest with you, and you're good. It's like people have to fight to put labels on things. Mm-hmm. Oh, why don't you do this? Don't worry about it. I believe things happen in time. I believe things happen when it's supposed to, how it's supposed to. You just have to do what you gotta do. As long as you trust the person, you guys are good, working on things together. Just keep rolling. It's nobody else's business. Which is usually the first issue. It's nobody else's business.
Nobody's business.
Mind yours. Talking to you.
I think it's a downfall a lot. I mean, not just with relationships, but even friendships. I find that people, they talk your business. For what reason? They will just, and it's like because they just want something to talk. They have nothing else to talk about, so they decide that they just, talk your business. And sometimes they're not even thinking about it. They're just talking because they have to talk. So they're talking out your business without realizing it. You know what I mean? And I think that in relationships too, I don't think that you should be bringing your problems in your relationships to your friends. It's not necessary. You can talk about some things if there's some little things you want to talk about, sure, but it's not everything. Your girls don't need to know everything. Your boys don't need to know everything. They don't need to know what's going on. If you guys have a common thing that you want to speak about, then fine. Sure. But there's no need for them to know every single thing about, the relationship you have with, your husband or your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever the case may be. So I think that's another main issue. You got to make sure if you're going to tell your business, you got to make sure you know who you're telling your business to. And if somebody talks about somebody else in front of you, just know they're talking about you in front of somebody else. Yeah. Know that. Yeah. There's no way that they can't be telling you, oh, don't worry, I don't talk about you. That's not true. You're sitting here and you're telling me ABC 1, 2, 3 about this person. So you're obviously telling somebody else ABC 1, 2, 3 about me too. Yes. It's obviously evident. So don't ever trust somebody that does stuff like that. And I've come across a lot of people like that.
So who's asking about if you have password to my phone?
Friends.
They ain't our friends.
It was a conversation, and we were having a conversation.
Yeah, I'm bet.
It came up.
Yeah, I mean, everything isn't for everybody. Some people feel they need that as security, and that's fine. I just think if that's something that you need, that you have problems with trusting that person fully. And if that is the case, which it is, doesn't matter how much you like to deny it, then you got to fix that, or you both have to talk about it, work it out together. You still need your privacy. You can tell your partner just about everything. You don't have to tell them everything. There might have been experiences and things you're not too proud of that you would like to keep to yourself. Don't tell me, oh, well, if you love them, you should tell them. Does it affect them? Is it something that they need to know? Maybe it's something you're just trying to forget. You're trying to get over. Maybe it's something you need to deal with on your own. It doesn't necessarily mean that they have to know. Like one thing my dad always teach me, he said, always talk about problems, anything, any issues you have. You can always come to me and speak to me about anything, but you don't always have to come to me. There might be some things you feel more comfortable speaking to your mom with. There might be some things you feel more comfortable speaking to me with. But either way, you should speak to someone. But it doesn't mean one person has to know everything. Because everyone knows, even as a kid coming up, if you want to go outside, you probably might ask dad. Because mom might say no. So, you're not going to go ask mom. You'll probably go ask dad. It's the same thing. Certain things, yeah.
Mine's was the other way around. I mean, if I wanted to go out and do something, I'd have to ask my dad. Or if I asked my mom, she'd be like, go ask your dad. It's always been like that. Like, she would never be like, yeah, you can go. It's always, go ask your dad. Go ask your dad if you can go.
Sometimes it's a trick. Because they don't want to be the one to say no.
They don't want you to be mad at them, so they tell you
they
go.
They want to be the fun parents, so they'll say, oh yeah, go ask your dad. And your dad said, no, you can't go. And you come back and said, Mom, he said no. I said, well, he said no, so I can't say yes. It's another way to get out of it. Good old parenting tricks.
I think my dad, most of the time, he would say yes. But if he really felt that, like, if it was something that, his instinct wasn't trusting, then he'll say no. But most times he'll be like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
But my mom, she never, I don't remember any time that she's ever been like, yeah, you can go. It was always like, that's your dad. Because usually it had to do with how I'm getting there. So that's why she was always like, go ask your dad. Because at the end of the day, he's the one who has to take me. So, not her. So she would say, go ask your dad, make sure you see if he can take you.
That's good. It's much better than, just, go ahead, and then someone else has to now, pick up the slack or incorporate that or figure it out. It's like, who knows, you may not want you to actually even go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So now she already said yes, now you can't go, so no. Smart mom, I see. Shout out to our parents, by the way.
Yes.
Both of our parents, amazing people.
Mm-hmm. Amazing, funny people.
Amazing, funny people. They are the reasons why we are who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Why we are where we are.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of close friends and other family as well, but mainly just their upbringing, their teachings, opportunities, the sacrifice, the love, the knowledge. It's very important for us to be able to pick up on so many gems or jewels or whatever you call it. Because information is the most valuable thing in the world. I don't care how much money, how much expensive cars you have. If you don't have information, you usually can't do anything. You can't get anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people who have money, they have information. That's why they are what they are. So, but shout out to their parents. Always.
Big shout out. Big up.
Always. Forever. So now we're on this podcast thing. Trying to live pain.
Yeah.
And, how do you feel about social media privacy? Is there such a thing anymore?
No. I don't think so. I mean, there's so many things going on in social media. So many things. Like, your privacy, you don't have privacy. If you think you have privacy, you don't have privacy. If you have a cell phone, you don't have privacy. That's that. It's not even just social media. If you have a cell phone, you don't have privacy.
Wireless wire.
Because they're listening to everything you say. Look how many times you talk about something. If I tell you about, something I saw, a product, a shoe, a sweater, or something. You go on Instagram, you go on Facebook. 95% of the time you're going to see that ad pop up.
Ad pop-ups.
You know? And you're just like, yeah, I was just talking about this pop-up. They're listening to you.
I remember, I can't lie. The first couple of times I heard that happened to me, I was still looking around. What's going on? Why is this happening? This is very weird. Too many coincidences. I believe in coincidences and luck a bit, but it was a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm. Then
I heard, certain searches being investigated for privacy breach and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched a bit of it, and yeah. And then, of course, you watch documentaries. I love documentaries. Because I love learning. I love learning about different things, what's going on in the world. And what was it? Social Dilemma documentary that I watched.
Mm-hmm.
Where it showed and talked about how, it's manipulative. How much time people spend on it, how much some people are really addicted to it. And I know this because I've seen it firsthand with some people that I know. They can't put their phone down. It always has to be in their hand. You can't find their phone for a second, it's almost like they're about to lose it. And they always on an app between, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, but there's so many. Before there was only a few now. I remember when there was only I don't know, MySpace?
No, MySpace.
MySpace. Shout out to Tom. Tom was my first friend, always loyal. Even when people unfollow you, Tom's still there.
That's so true.
Tom was the guy.
I wonder where Tom is now. Where's Tom?
I don't know. I should Google him, see what's going on with Tom.
You don't have to Google him. Just look on your phone, it'll pop up.
Hey guys, how's it going? Tom was the guy. Shout out to Tom, MVP. That was kind of tough. But yeah, I think privacy still can coexist with social media. The problem is, you gotta stop posting everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Everything?
Stop everything. Stop telling people your business and be like, well, y'all only my business. No, you can't do that. So again, certain things you have to keep to yourself. And I know you may want to share certain things because sometimes by sharing, you may have someone who went through what you went through. Or they may know someone that may have some words that may comfort you and help you to heal. But you have to know the risk in doing so. You can't get upset when people say certain things because you gave them the opportunity to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, simple as this podcast. Some people may like it, some people may not. Some people may like us, some people may not. Either we're okay. We sleep well at night. Don't stay up wondering, I wonder if they're going to like us. No. So, we're totally fine with putting this out there because, hey, everyone don't have to like the same things. Mm-hmm. Everything isn't for everyone. Some people may find the information useful. Some people say, oh, this is boring. Maybe watch some twerk videos. That's totally fine. Mm-hmm. Maybe watch Love and Hip Hop. You're not talking about what I'm interested in. And that's cool. It's not for you. And that's cool. We're not mad. We're not going to cry about it. This is another means of living. So, if you support, shout out to you. Thank you. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Always appreciative. And basically, this is just something where we came together and we thought, you know what? We love podcasts. We watch a lot of it. A lot. Especially during the quarantine. Oh, man. That was like our main thing. We were watching more podcasts than movies. I can't even tell the last time I watched a movie that came out that was good. Except for One Night in Miami.
That's good movie.
Shout out to Regina King.
Mm-hmm.
That was an amazing movie. Mm-hmm. But yeah, how can that be any podcast? Doing what? I Am Athlete.
Drink Champs.
Drink Champs and all. I love Drink Champs.
That's a good podcast. If you guys don't watch Drink Champs, you need to watch Drink Champs. That's a good podcast.
And honestly, that's what the idea that I had. We came up with. We have a lot of friends and people we've met throughout our lifetime, and people we know and family who do a lot of different things. Like a lot. I just thought about the other things. Wow, almost just about everything. We know someone who does it. So it's like, why don't we promote each other's stuff? We post our $5 Fashion Nova pants.
$5?
I don't know.
Wow.
I How much source is this stuff on there?
It depends. But I know, in fact, they know $5 jeans on Fashion Nova. I know that for a fact.
Well, whatever it is, you're $20. Make it. Is there stuff on there for $20?
Yeah.
Okay, so you post your little $20 pants on Fashion Nova. You know, you're all on Instagram with 6 different poses. But your friend that live around the street selling some t-shirts and you won't say nothing, but I don't think that's cool.
It's not.
There's many ways to support each other. It's not always about the purchase. It's like, worry about, hey, you looking for t-shirts? I know a guy. Or just do a little post. How much do they cost you? 2 seconds. So just thought, you know what? I want to see everyone win.
Mm-hmm.
We want to see everyone win. Because people are always happy for us when we do things.
Mm-hmm.
It feels so nice to look around and see a lot of our friends and people we know and came up with doing something. It just feels really nice. There's room for everyone.
There is. And I mean, even if your friends are doing something, even if it's not something you're into, I mean, just support them anyways. I mean, it doesn't hurt to support your friend. If that's your friend, then you're going to support them.
Yes.
Regardless of what it is that they're doing. I mean, if they're committing a crime, I mean, I don't know if you're going to want to go that direction, but...
Stay away.
But
do it.
Anything that they're doing, if it's something, even if it's something small, you know, just show them support. Because at the end of the day, we all know that when you're starting something, the hardest thing is starting and finding people to support you. So, I mean, it's good to even have, like I would rather have 10 loyal supporters than have 30K of random supporters. You know what I mean? I want those loyal supporters, those people that are actually there for me to ride for me.
Right, 10 lions on 100 sheep.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point?
So support your friends. If you have information, like he always says, don't be a hoarder to your knowledge. Share your knowledge, share your information.
Don't hoard information.
That's what it's there for. You know something that can help someone.
Yes.
Share it. Don't be like, oh, I know and you don't know. And you know, I mean, what is that doing for you? Okay, you know, that's great. What about your friends?
Just because it's not for you doesn't mean it can't be for someone else. Mm-hmm. And also, don't forget as well, the reason why you know is because someone else taught you.
Exactly.
Even if you Google it, oh, I know because I Googled it. Well, who put it up on Google? Mm-hmm. Somebody else did the work and shared it. They could have put a link where you click and pay $2 to learn it or something. No, but it's free. So, what does it hurt? What does it cost you to put someone on some game? Hey man, you looking for juice? I know a place. I know a guy. A lot of people are just too selfish. They just feel only I should have because I want people to look at me like I'm this almighty. I want people to worship you.
Yeah, but I also feel that if they tell you that you might get ahead of them,
big problem.
I mean, if they do, so what? I mean, everybody goes at a different pace. They might be doing something that they're really good at that maybe you're not so good at that you need help in. That's where you go to them and you speak to them. Okay, well, I see that you did this and you got to this. How did you do it? Do you want me asking? Can you show me? And that's another thing. People have issues asking for help. What's wrong with asking for help?
Yes, too much pride.
Too much pride.
Over
you need
what?
help, ask.
Me, I don't care. I'm asking every question because I want to know. Because guess what? The information is important. It helps you prevent from making a lot of mistakes. Not that mistakes is inevitable sometimes, and mistakes also a good learning lesson. Sometimes you learn a lot more than when you win, and that's totally fine. But guess what? If you can avoid some setbacks and you can get on the right path from the beginning, just by having the right information, why wouldn't you put the time and effort into learning? Show the interest. Pick up the initiative. Don't just wait for someone to tell you. Sometimes people won't tell you because they're trying to do it and they don't know. Or they feel, well, if I tell them, they'll be able to succeed and I won't. So a lot of people who are very jealous at that. They're very selfish and won't tell you something that can help you get ahead, even if it's sometimes not beneficial to them or taking anything out from them. They're not losing anything, but doesn't mean they're going to tell you. We got to stop that. We accept.
Jealousy is a very horrible trait.
It's a disease.
It is. And jealous people are very dangerous people.
Especially the ones who seem cool with it.
Yes. 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 Those ones when they're cool with you, they're saying hi, hugging you, oh, how are you doing? How's everything? But yet the whole time they're thinking of ways to destroy the living daylights out of you. Which is, it's not cool. It's not cool.
They're in the bushes, they're looking at you. They're peeking behind you, always trying to see every move you make. At least to sabotage you.
Maybe creeping, you know, like how all those little Tyler Perry movies with those stalkers that they.
Oh, yeah, these.
That's how they out there creeping.
They're looking.
At the end of the day, do your thing. You know, do what you gotta do. You know, talk to your friends, share information, work together. I think that's one thing people like to do. They don't like to work together. They think that working together is not a good thing, but honestly, when you work together, like, you get so much more accomplished.
If everyone does a little, it's never hard. If there's a lot to do, everyone does a little bit. It's a little less load, a little less stress on everyone, a little less wear and tear, and then you all can go up. Why not? And we're both trying to look good for Instagram.
Big facts.
Don't forget, the people who are on Instagram who do those things, usually, they got some money. So, I mean, I like the stuff, but I'm not going to go buy a pair of J's every time it come out because I see DJ Khaled got a pair of J's out every time. I would like to, but I know I can't do it, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to use all my paychecks to buy some J's. Take some pictures, people say, oh my gosh, I left those kicks. Is that the fours in the red and pink? What do I gain from that? Don't live for the comments. Don't live for the likes.
I was saying, unless you're generally interested in something like that. If you're like getting shoes, you collect
go for it.
shoes.
You're a sneakerhead.
Fine.
That's your thing. Go for it.
But if you're just buying it just to, walk down Young Street,
ain't got on these
to show off, I mean, I don't think it's necessary. It's not something I would do. But if it's something that you do, then fine. But it's not something that I would do because I don't see the point in it. But yes, I love to shop. I love clothes.
Listen.
Don't say anything.
Listen. So. Let me get comfortable. Since quarantine. Like almost every time, like, you get a notification on my phone, ding dong, someone is at your door. So I look in the camera, a package on the front door. Like, what did you buy now? At least once, twice a week, there's a package in the front door. I'm like, I ain't ordering nothing. Where's all this stuff coming from? And she's like, oh no, it's just this. It's sending in 6 different packages. I'm like, nah, I don't think so.
It's true. Especially Amazon. Like, I'm being serious.
So you buy from different vendors?
No. It just depends.
So all these vendors sending you stuff separately? Why don't you send it one package?
Why'd you ask Amazon? I don't know. Ask Amazon.
You should have a word with your vendors. But anyways, and that brings back to one of the other things with support as well. You also would like to support some of your friends, or all of your friends, I should say. People even people you haven't, maybe people who just look like you, or people who just need it. They're trying to start out to do something. You want to see everyone be successful at whatever they do. Doesn't matter who they are, if they look like you or not, same background, whatever. Value. You gotta deal with people properly. And when you're offering something, you gotta offer something properly. Try your best. Don't tell me, oh, you'll go and buy it online for $20, but you won't spend $20 with me. Yeah, because I probably buy it online and I get a proper item, merchandise, maybe packaging, maybe something of good quality, something properly made. Don't give me half a sandwich and expect full price. It's not going to happen. So, don't complain when people don't support you sometimes. Sometimes it's the product. So we gotta look out for one another with that too. Offer people proper things. You get proper reward. If it's good and people see you're trying to really put a lot of thought and effort into what you're doing, they may say, oh man, I really wouldn't want to spend the $5 extra, $2 extra. But guess what? It's good. So they'll come back. And that's what you want. A customer who is recurring. Not someone who just bought it one time just to support them. And then they go, you know what? I really can't handle those prices, or the product isn't that good, so I gotta get my stuff somewhere else.
And don't price gouge. I find that some people, they start making stuff and then they price it really high because they just want to make a fast dollar. So like a lot of people, they're gonna look at your prices and they're not gonna want to purchase it. So price your stuff reasonably. Don't just price it high because you want to make fast money. Price it reasonably. If you price it reasonably, you'll get more customers. You get returning customers that want to purchase your stuff. Or like you said, make sure it's good quality too. Especially if you're going to price that high. Yes. That's why it might be like gold.
And don't tell me, oh, well, Nike's selling this for $50. You're not Nike, are you? Nike's making it somewhere and then package it up nicely, and then it's got to get shipped. The guy who's bringing it got to get paid. There's a lot of cost that goes into this stuff. So, don't do that, please.
Unless you're sitting there, you're stitching these things by hand, like you're using your sewing machine, you're doing this hard labor yourself.
Needle, old school.
You're using a sewing machine and you're doing this hard labor yourself.
Yes.
Then I can understand why some people might have the prices a bit higher because they're really putting in hard work. But if you're using a company that's printing stuff for you and all those kind of things, I mean, I don't really think your price should be super, super high. So I don't think it's necessary. Again, that's just me. People would dispute that for sure. I know for that.
And it's good marketing that everyone is selling for 20. If you can do 19, do 19. Do 18.
Mm-hmm. They'll most likely come right to you.
Yeah. I would go to you for 18 if I'm getting the same thing somewhere else for 20.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have to sell for 20? That's not how you compete. The prices for these big companies online, they didn't start like that. They started cheap. They build up a following. People started liking the product. It was good. It was cheap. And over time, you gradually raise the price. And people usually don't have a problem with that because now it's good. Mm-hmm. They're getting something good. Look how cheap Apple was. I mean, I don't think parts got more expensive. If anything, parts are a lot smaller now. It's not as good as before. A lot of the stuff isn't reusable. So maybe some tech did increase the price a bit, but it's not like stuff is 5-6 times more. So, but they can raise their price because they gave you a good product from back then. Good customer service. Good customer service. Yeah, I tell them good customer service. So
it's important.
Like when I come by, I say, you mind give me a sprinkle of gravy, oxtail gravy. No one could be. Don't do that.
Well, I mean, they're going to charge you for that.
Oh yeah, and you want to charge me for that? You want to look at me like, come on, man! You can't give me some gravy. You think I'm gonna eat this whole box of dry rice?
You know, someone don't even tell you. You ask for the oxtail gravy, they'll put it on.
You don't tell you.
And then you'll pay, and you look at your receipt, and you'll see like a 90-cent charge for the gravy.
You have to cook it. It's not something extra. You have to cook it with the gravy. So why you can just sprinkle some gravy on it so I don't choke? Nah, you laughing. That does bother me.
Oh my god.
I think the last time I go by Pickering.
Yeah.
I asked the lady, I was like, oh, you might give me some gravy, please? She said, it's 50 cents. Wow. Charge me 50 cents. So you're going to give me the whole thing of rice, dry rice, and you're going to charge me for some gravy that you had to cook the oxtail in anyways.
What were you getting, though? Were you getting...
Oxtail.
You're getting oxtail?
Yes.
Well, if you're getting oxtail, they give you the oxtail gravy. If you're not getting oxtail...
So let me ask something. So if I buy jerk chicken...
They're going to charge you for the oxtail gravy.
Why? You have to cook the jerk chicken anyways.
Yeah, but you're asking for oxtail gravy. So they're going to charge you for that.
Yeah, but the amount they give you is not enough. Barely even with the rice. You need 2 drinks, alright? Like when you go to Popeyes and get those biscuits, you drinks mandatory.
I was gonna choke them.
They should only sell you biscuits with a drink. It's dangerous. I love them, but they're dry. They will dry your throat out. You're choking. And the worst is when you eat one of those and you start choking. Oh my God.
I've never choked on a biscuit. So
I have them all the time, so. Let me have a couple.
Sorry.
You're probably from here. Why would I talk to you? It makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you talking French to me. I don't understand French. Why would you speak to me French?
I hear your accent all the time.
Yeah, but again, it depends on who I'm talking to, right? Because if I'm talking to you, I know you understand.
Mm.
So I gotta speak normal. When I go to say I have to. No, you're laughing. I'm actually.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know.
And it was a struggle, especially when I first came here, because people, and again, people around the islands, we talk real fast, and then you throw accent on top of that. People don't understand nothing you're saying, but they're fascinated by it. Like you think they're with you, but they're not. They're still back there.
They're staring at you,
like,
listening to your accent.
So I didn't understand, like what part, like the whole thing. It's like, well, why didn't you stop me 2 minutes ago? But it is what it is.
I hate that. I hate that you have to alter your accent so people understand. There's one person. My dad doesn't do that though. He talks same to everybody. He doesn't alter his accent for nobody.
Yeah, sometimes I don't understand the man. I'm like, okay, pops. It's like, sorry, you want me? But there's always a way to do it. Like my dad taught me this as soon as I came here. He said, some people get offended by that, so it's always a good thing to repeat it, but in a question type of way. Mm-hmm. So you say, yeah, you want me to? Okay, yeah, all right. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and you want me to do this? And then if they say yes, then you know you got it right. If not, then you say, oh, sorry, I didn't understand, or I didn't hear you properly, or something. You kind of clean it up a bit. But there's some people who still speak the same way. Like, yeah, I didn't get it the first time. I'm not gonna get it now either. Serious stuff. It just depends on who you're talking to, and it's very inappropriate to tell people, "Oh, speak to me like back home." Go on, Paris. Like, no, don't do that.
I hate that.
Don't do that.
First of all, that's not me. I
don't do that. Like, again, you're not gonna understand. What is the point? I'm here for your amusement. This is not a game.
It's not. And people think it's so funny. I'm like, it's not funny.
Yeah, it's not funny, but it's disrespectful. Like don't do that. It's not cool.
Jeez.
And then you want to tell people, oh, this is how you say it. No. This is how I say it. Okay? Who told you the way you say it is correct? Where's it been proven? And again, not apparently, they say it is racist to tell someone the way they speak is incorrect. The way they pronounce things. Yeah.
You shouldn't do that.
You shouldn't do that. It's not okay. It's not cool. There's a reason why we have cultures.
There's so many times people say things like, go back to where you came from. Well, you're here, you need to speak like us. First of all, no, I don't.
The whole point of being
this
here
is how I talk.
Is so you bring your culture here. It's a melting pot. So
that's why I say Toronto is like the #1 place for the most amount of culture, because everybody comes to Toronto.
Everybody does.
We're so
and you still have people say, oh, come to this country, can't even speak English. Okay.
I think people just be big mad because they don't have any culture to them. That's a whole other topic. That's a whole other topic.
Yeah. They're just boring. They got nothing to do. They got nothing to share. Oh, can't even speak the language. So, isn't that the point? I'm pretty sure at one point your parents came here. They probably didn't speak the language. And if they did, that's great. Guess what? A lot of great people have done a lot of great things in this country that couldn't speak one lick of English when they came. So, what is the problem exactly? So, if you have a problem with that, maybe you should go somewhere else. Because clearly, this isn't the place for you. You should go to a place where everyone only speaks English. And there is nowhere place like that. Is there? No.
I don't think so.
Not even England only speaks English.
Yeah, I got a strong accent.
You got a strong accent, and then there's a lot of Africans there. There's a lot of Chinese, a lot of Asians there. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of everyone there. A lot of Caribbean people there. There's a lot of everyone everywhere. So you can't say that. You shouldn't say that. It's not cool. Especially in a place where they encourage you to come here to bring your culture, who can all share in one cohesive community of people. That's the whole point of these places.
Mm-hmm.
You can't bring everything. Some things you gotta leave back home.
Yeah.
Like hanging out your clothes in the line in the backyard. You gotta leave that home.
Excuse me?
No, people just hang up their drawers in the backyard. Waving high.
Yeah.
No, you're not supposed to do. That's not okay.
I'm not saying I do that, but
I hope you don't do that. But no. There's certain things that you don't like. You don't want to come outside in your backyard and look up and you just see like underwear or something. It's just
somebody's ludicrous.
Yeah, certain things you just like you can't do everything you did back home here.
Well, when I was at my parents' house, I used to hang out my clothes in the backyard.
Oh, some people can, some people are not. I think in like what Mississauga, you're not allowed to.
Not like obviously my undergarments. I would never do that, but like t-shirts or something like we had.
Yeah, some people put up everything, man, everything. And
especially the summertime. I mean,
yeah, it's not even like you put out everything. It's they put it up on the highest line. Like you can see it 2 streets over. Not even just over to it. Not just advertising your Tommy Hilfiger boxers or something. Yeah, keep that stuff. It's originally called underwear for a reason. Underwear. So you wear it under your stuff so people don't see it. Well, that's another topic. This is a
whole other topic.
See my boxers? Why? Who told you anyone wanted to see your boxers? Who requested this? But again, everything isn't for everyone.
No,
doesn't mean there's a problem with it. Just mind your business. As long as it doesn't affect you and your family physically, financially, emotionally, it doesn't. But some people let it get to them. Mm-hmm. Just mind your business and do your own thing. Some people like wearing pink. Some people think pink is for women. Some people like wearing their boxers out. I don't agree with it, but I'm not gonna be like, "Hey, man, pull up your pants." No, it's not my place to. Who gave me the power and the authority? Who am I to tell someone you shouldn't wear your pants like that? That's the main thing. A lot of people just get themselves into a lot of things because they put themselves in places that they don't need to be, shouldn't be, and then they get upset at you that you're upset at them. No, you kind of asked for it. They didn't come and tell you, "Hey, man, you like my pants?" No. Sometimes people find trouble. They go looking for trouble. And you find trouble, you can't get upset. It is what it is.
True.
So, Queen Keita, nice talking to you.
It's nice talking to you.
Have yourself a good night.
You have yourself a great night.
Yes. I'm very parched right now. Need a drink. Parched? My lips are dry.
Mm-hmm, yeah, they are.
I just forgot to bring my chapstick, so, Yeah, I keep looking at my lips all the time, trying to hide behind.
That doesn't make it
any better. No, but I can be on camera looking like Tyrone.
Yeah, but you're out here looking like Ellen Pooja, looking at lips every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So which one do you want to look like, Ellen Pooja?
You know how I do it, girl. You look at my lips on Uncle L. Ladies love Pooja. Something really bright right now. You rather me look like Tyrone or LL? Actually, don't even answer that question. Why are you laughing? It's so funny. So, until next time, people, it's your boy Pete.
It's your girl, Queen Keita.
And, we out. Stay cool. Love everybody. Listen to your parents. Even though you're 50, even though you're 30, you still listen to your parents. They know best. They want better for you. They will always steer you right. Show love to everybody. Respect everybody. See an old lady with some groceries, give her a hand. Tell the old guy across the street. Sorry, the elderly gentleman across the street. Just be kind to people. We're really losing that.
Kind.
And I sound like a very old person saying that because mentally I'm about 60. She always says that. That's okay. I'm totally fine with it. There's nothing wrong with being thinking like an elderly person because elderly people actually care. They do care. They want to see everyone do better and get better. And things get better because they know when they came in, things weren't great, and they've probably tried their best to help things get better in the world. So, be kind to each other, respectful, always learn, always share information, and We'll be back next time. Thanks you guys for watching.
Yes, we'll be back soon with
Peace.
another hot topic.
Hot topic.
You already
That's
know what it
hot
is.
Pocket.
We fame, but we ain't what?
We ain't famous.
Yeah.
And we ain't trying to be famous either, so if you see us on the street and you recognize us, I don't know, they shouldn't say hi?
They can say hi.
Yeah, but then you're kind of famous. I don't like that.
No, they just say hi.
I was telling you we should do this podcast with masks on. So only people who know us will know it's us. Therefore, we're not going to be on the subway, on the way to work. And someone go, oh my gosh, I seen your podcast. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, to die for,
Oh gosh.
I mean, we might get five people that watch it. That's fine. We don't need 1,000 followers. We don't need 1 million subscriptions. It'll be great, though. You can do YouTube and retire in the next 5 years. What's that? But yeah. We might be famous, but we're not famous. So remember, fame, fashion, art, music, entertainment, not exclusive to. We talk about a lot of different topics, but that's just like the main thing that we're into, and that we all share together. You can all have good conversations on. And it's all a form of expression. Expressing yourself, being healthy, being positive, sharing information, and just being yourself. That's how you can express yourself.
Yes. So stay tuned. We'll be back with our second podcast. Stay blessed. Say your prayers. Stay safe.
Drink your water. Mind your business. Mind your business.
Bye.